what is up? So, like I said, I'm gonna do part 2 of my poetry. Part 2 poetry. So actually, I've been waiting to do this all day, but I donate plasma. I got a carpet cleaning business. I work at Publix. I'm a technician, not like a business owner as well as technician for the carpet cleaning business. So we had to do some troubleshooting, and I had to call some people, and we had to find some issue with machine leaking and whatnot. We fixed it out, figured it out, and we're gonna fix it. It was just the smallest hole, and that was it. So we're gonna go ahead and weld that tomorrow. Anyway, it's 1 a.m. Oh, and I worked out for 2 hours earlier. So I'm super excited to finally get to the point of my day where I can actually do the poetry, because I've been wanting. This has been the highlight of my day, is doing the poetry. So let me know what you guys think. I want to get this tattooed. Patience, discipline. I don't know if any of you play World of Warcraft, but Lady Sylvanas, oh, child. I was talking to my dad for an hour today, which is another hour of my day. Well, more like 45 minutes. But I was really struggling, and he was telling me goodnight, and I just unloaded. And I naturally came across, in my reply to something that he said, it was just how do you do it? How do you get through it? How do you be so successful? What? And he's you just do it. And I was I guess it just comes down to patience and discipline and fucking perseverance, huh? And I didn't realize it until after I left his room, and I was oh shit, patience, discipline. So, and I wanted to put it here because I want it to be something that I can see every minute of every day. So, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments if I should get the finger tattoo right there or not, or if I should put it somewhere else, or even having patience, discipline tattooed anywhere is kind of weird. I'm going to do it anyway, but I would like to hear what you guys think about that. So, continuing forward, I did 22 poems in the last episode. This one, these are actually a little bit longer, so I'm going to do 20, so I'll be at 42 out of 122. So, yeah, 42 out of 122. So we still have a lot more to go. So I really shouldn't have gotten out of place right there. I'm gonna just pause it for a second. All right. So I'm just gonna pretty much begin here, but because I already paused it, and that was my one edit per video that I allow myself. You gotta be professional. You gotta put on a tie. You gotta put on a freaking hat. And I was gonna pause it and make it look all cool again. What am I even doing? So I'm sorry that you have to see this transformation in process. It's so aggravating, and it takes forever. You have to tie a tie, and how do you even tie a tie? Oh my god, it's gonna take so much time, and I'm ready. So, are you ready for these poems? Because to me, it looks like I am. It looks like I am. Don't you think? Don't you think it looks like I am? So, this one is called The Time Since I Lost My Mind. 7 months and 4... Oh, this one is actually expired. I used to update this one. So, I mean, when I wrote this, 7 month... What am I doing? My tie isn't even tight. I'm getting my words wrong. Somebody help me. 7 months and 4 days. 31 weeks, 219 days, 5,256 hours, 315,360 minutes, 18,900,021, 600 seconds. This is how long it's been since my mom died. This is how long it's been since I lost my mind. Alright. I'm glad that one was a weeble wobble zubby zooby, because that could have done a lot better. What is anxiety, bro? What is anxiety? I'm talking to a fucking camera. Nobody's even watching me yet. Alright, this one I've been, like, I wanted to do this one yesterday, but I was like, nah, let me save it. So, for those who are religious, I guess, I know within Christianity, you know the Lord's Prayer, like, have no shepherd, blah, 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 you know, God guides me, you know, valley of the shadow of death. Like, when my mom died, I really began to question what kind of God would flood an entire world. If he did exist, what kind of God would flood an entire world except for people on a boat? What kind of God would make a bet with the devil to prove a point with Job? Why would a God be so petty? So I wrote my own Lord's Prayer, and this one is called the Heathen's Prayer. I have no shepherd that restores my soul. My rage guides me through the paths of leviticity and insanity for my mind's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for my evil reigns over the entire goddamn valley. Thy breath and thy thoughts comfort me. Prepare a table for myself in the presence of my dreams. My mind has been anointed with grandeur, and my cup overflows. The next one, short. I'm gonna try to go quick because I'm already like 7 minutes in. Short story 1. And the ground began to quake, creating this terrifyingly deep humming noise. The ground began shaking violently. The people trembled and crashed to the ground like if you pulled a carpet from beneath their feet, and it shook so immensely, so deep, that it prevented the people from getting to their feet. The deep, overpowering hum merged into a continuous, intolerable, war siren-like noise. The pain of the sound grew, as did the sound itself. It advanced itself to a screech, like a long set of nails grinding against a chalkboard. Alas, it has begun, the old man had said to me. Then the sky lit up, and it burned the eyes of everyone foolish enough to gaze upon it. As the utter catastrophony of this entire moment sank in, it felt like the death of a parent or a spouse. The bright sky turned fearful and dark. Everything became silent. The ground's quake came to a sudden halt. There was no sound, there was no movement, and the trees were as still as a photograph. The wind, there was none. Stale stillness. For a brief moment, while everything seemed to be put on pause, I felt something. The blinding sky had gone dark, so I looked up. And I looked up and I saw malevolence epitomized. The horrific dread which I felt seeing that sky had begun to tear myself apart, and I cannot describe in words anything that I felt. The sky no longer burned the eyes of those who gazed into it, but those who were still able to see would want to claw out their own eyes with nothing more than just a toothpick. So they too would no longer be able to see it. There everything was, in a frozen, pause-like state, with an ominous looming silence everywhere, in every way. The old man looked at me again, opening his dry, thin, wrinkled lips. "This is the everything you know, my boy. I couldn't gather myself to say anything. I felt destroyed, just as everything around me was about to be. Then all of a sudden, amidst the void-like silence, I heard something. It was the radio. It somehow came into my audible focus, broken from the stillness, and began to play a song fit for the moment. This is the end, my only friend, the end, by The Doors. I had only one thought at that point. This is the end, my beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend, the end. That was amazing. I had fun reciting that. This one's called The Balance. The balance is neither here nor there. It is both here and there. The answer is not this nor that. It is both this and that. Your objective isn't to accept or deny. It is to incorporate and apply. Please always ask why. This one is called My Plight. Some nights, my plight is to be as high as a kite, because if I'm not, then I become a spot on the drop of Jupiter, like the gas, so fast my mind races past. And if I can't get high, my thought is, however will I last? So I stop and I breathe and I watch and I see. I medicate with meditation. It's inspiration from elation, and without exaggeration, the fixation of mine is you, so fine, so fine. As unexpected as this poem is, the words say, let him flow on this. This rhyme is true, as I rhyme and as I continue. I know you feel this within you. My biggest fan in all the land, here I am gone. Beyond and beyond I am, for words I speak. I've had so many, many to drink. So I get on my knees and say, c'est la vie. This one's called I Cry. Sometimes I cry because I'm waiting to die. Other times I smile and get high on my own life for a while. Sometimes, I would drink a lot, and when I didn't, I would have moments of clarity, and I would feel like I'm getting high on life. Just like this tie is a little too high. This one is called A Dream, number 29. I slipped into a dream, I think. A dream too vivid, unlimited. But alas! We're meeting again for tea. Won't you sit down, please? This one's called Rain. Number 30. But alas, the rain comes. It drops, it drums. I hear it falling on my roof, trickling, crawling, pouring, bursting, onto the sidewalk, erasing all of the white chalk. And I hear the rain falling at the speeds of Mach. I will seize the second and swiftly sleep, listening down to the soundfall. I can't. I'm gonna redo that, because I can't. But alas, the rain comes. It drops, it drums. I hear it falling on my roof, trickling, crawling, pouring, bursting onto the sidewalk, erasing all of the white chalk. And while I hear the rain fallings at the speed of Spock, but alas, the rain comes. It drops, it drums. I hear it falling on my feet, trickling, crawling, pouring, bursting onto the sidewalk, erasing all of the white chalk. And while I hear the rain falling at the speeds of Mach, I will seize the second and swiftly sleep, listening to the downfall of my sweet solace. I get really OCD with some stuff sometimes. I'm so sorry for that. I could have just corrected it. This one's called Lividity. I quietly live in lividity. I silently break from lucidity as I violently lose my insanity. This one is called One is Enough. Me times 3 equals me, myself, and I. And one absolute second. Okay. I had the wrong thinking cap on. Me times 3 equals me, myself, and I. And I'm still completely fine, for I'm not the type to whine when Jake, Jack, and Chase come to play. No way, for we must play. For if I go astray, it's my dismay. We must play. Jake is there in the wake of the sun, brutally beating me, tempting me with fun. Jack isn't so whack since he's the most intact, and Chase is the rabbit. Any other way I just couldn't have it. The thoughts in my head, the times in my bed, the times that I dread, the wish to be dead, they stuck with me for so long, and I was so gone, isolated, and captivated. But now I've tasted life, and I've breathed this air, I've walked on this earth, it's time for my birth. You got it, bro, you got it. Because I always watch these videos, and I'm like, oh, you could have done better, what are you doing, you could have Bro, just chill, you're good. You're trying and people are watching. Oh, okay. So, I have it like this because I can't really have my keyboard and my camera set up at the same time. So, sorry for getting lost in where I am. The last one was called Nobody Can Hold Me. This one is... Or no. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Number 33. No one can know. No one can ever know I bleed, for it's what I need. It's my speed. Like heroin, coke, or mescaline, never will I ever even question it, for the will of the want is pain, and the want of the will shan't reign. Do not be ashamed, my friend, go ahead and rage again, for it is you when you abuse. So if it is your muse, just do not refuse. This one is called No One Can Hold Me. No one can hold me, nowhere is where I belong. I'm now able to see that everything is so definitely wrong. So lost I've been and found again. I don't know when it will stop. If I'm falling, how long before I have my end? With this much pressure, my head's bound to pop. Floating, drifting, wandering aimlessly, thinking, acting, living senselessly. Oh, now it is so. I see no one can hold me. Yeah, no one wrote this shit but me. This one is called My Birthday. I obviously wrote this on my birthday. So, after my mom died. March 11th is my birthday, and it's also the March 11th is my birthday, and it's also the worst day. My feelings are erupting, and it's also always abruptly. I just want to forget, so I'll not be upset, so I'll skip that hell and Okay, March 11th is my birthday, and it is also the worst day. My feelings are erupting, and it's always abruptly. I just want to forget and not be so upset, so I'll skip that fucking hell and move right on to the 12th. And move right on to the 36th fucking poem. I am so tired with mispronouncing this. Make everything right. Number 36. I know I said I won't go down without a fight, but I really was blind, and now I know that that was a lie. I realize now the line, fuck my life, isn't so bright. So here I am with life entwined. Regardless of the fright, at the end of every night, I'm going to start making everything right. I feel passionate about that. You gotta make it right. Just like this one rhymes with lights. The sparkling lights. The bright lights, the strobing lights, the flashing lights. The yellow, green, and red lights. The colored lights, the dim lights, the broken lights, the sun-powered lights, and the old-fashioned lights, the infinite lights, the near lights, and the far lights. Oh my, don't you love these city lights? This one is called Running from the Sun. Running from the sun like a bullet from a gun, I watch it rise from the horizon looking for some fun. Blinded by the glare, something like a stare, I continued onward, lighting the land and heating my hands. It always rises, and I always run. Insomniac mode. Okay. This one, oh, this is so cool. This one's called The Internet, and for my, actually, alright, so during my psychology major, when I was going to Palm Beach State College to major in psychology, one of my electives, because I just loved writing, was a comedy class, which you had to do a lot of writing in. And for one of the topics, we had to pick a fairy tale, old storybook, something we grew up on, but apply your own twist, some kind of satire to it. So this one was Alice in Wonderland, talking about the internet. So here goes. Respect to Lewis Carroll. 'Twas boring like nightly groves, wires connected, typing at the speed of Spock. All websites are logged in with yesterday's clothes. He's on a path others are unable to mock. Beware the internet, my friend, with the laws that spite and the blogs that catch. Beware the NSA and shun the indubious tracker snatch. He took his mouth. Whatever. We're gonna get through this video. And we're gonna fucking say everything like we intended it to, because it's like, this is how I wrote it. 'Twas boring like nightly groves, wires connected, typing at the speed of Spock. All websites are logged in with yesterday's clothes. He's on a path others are unable to mock. Beware the internet, my friend, with the laws that spite and the blogs that catch. Beware the NSA and shun the indubious tracker snatch. He took his mouse and keyboard in hand, and for a while the unknown he thought, but then he knew what he wanted to demand. After sitting a while he felt distraught. The roughest thoughts do no good, and the internet with boxes of text remained in place. With the monitor it stood, he refused to be vexed. Click type, more and more. The keyboard sounded of clicks and clacks, and he expressed his words even with those quite absurd, for online he can't be attacked. So hast thou used the internet? Go to websites and write, my lonely boy, for you'll be entertained, hooray! You must feel devoid. 'Twas boring like nightly groves, wires connected and symbols in the text box. All websites are logged in with yesterday's clothes. On his own path, others are unable to mock. Why am I so anxious in reading these? Why am I so anxious in reading these? Why am I so anxious in reading these? Alcohol. Number 40. I'm trying to overdo it. I'm trying to be extra. I think that's why. I feel the alcohol in my veins, pumping, coursing, pulsing, like I'm raging through the plains. My pain isn't so plain when I lay on this plane. Yes, this pain in my brain, a thing I cannot contain. It makes me insane, my pain. And as the alcohol in my veins rids it away, I need not pray, for I feel and I fumble, but no longer will I rumble with my problems. For while I'm gone and goner and goner, my problems will become gone and goner and goner. Number 41. I know I just met you. You know who this is about. I know I just met you, but I like you, and I want you to know, maybe spend a night with you, or just see the sun's light with you. You, the shoe that fits, you, the bean with wit. You're the one, I hope. and I hope to admit the time is right, and I'd like to admit I want to hold you tight. You've given me a spine, something to fight for, and while we talk someday I hope we'll walk in the rain, maybe rid your own pain. I'll get to know you and I'll get to show you that I can show you your worth in ways that are more poetic than just these words. And I feel like shit because I lost her. And I never got to show her who I am. Tough day. Take off this fucking tie. Put your hair up. This one is called I Win. I'm just kidding. It's called I'll Win. This is another one about her. I'll win. I will one day, you'll see. Even if I have to tackle you down and hold you to the ground, I'll make you weak, then make you believe that I'm... I'll win. I will one day, you'll see. Even if I have to tackle you down and hold you to the ground, I'll make you weak. Then you'll believe when I'm on my knees looking around, and all I see is you. You is what I need, and all I need is you. My mind torn and askew. You might just know that this is true. You might just know that I've proposed. That was supposed to be a pun. That was supposed to be pretty punny, but it really wasn't pretty punny. The next 20 are gonna suck, because these are gonna suck. And I remember these. So, yeah, that was volume 2. That was another 20 poems. So, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up, because I'm feeling really sad. I really just wish things would have been different. But I gotta grow up. I gotta move on. Fuck it being weak. I'm so goddamn strong. And don't forget, it's all cool.